Outstanding. Outstanding. Keep going.
We are back. We have another wonderful show today. We had a cool event today at Independence because you have a sash on. I'm gonna tell them in just a few minutes what we're gonna be talking about. And by the way, we have quite a few things going on. So in the process, we're gonna try to highlight all of those things and talk about that in our topic, which is new beginnings. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's fitting. I think this topic is perfect for kind of a number of things, because look, in the fall, you know this well, you have children in your home. One, you have to get your child ready for what? What you have to enroll for? Back to school. Mm-hmm. So there are a number of back to school things that are happening. Also in your company, you have new clients that are coming through the door.
Yes.
And they have to start over again, right, with plans.
Yes.
And so they get to have a new
beginning.
And then in order for you to be able to have those new clients, you have to have new employees to work with those clients. Sure. Mm-hmm. And because of that, they're also having a
new beginning.
And then today we had a ribbon cutting ceremony for DNA. Now keep in mind, for the community center that you have as well, we did a grand opening in January initially, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
It was January on Dr. King's birthday in honor of him, like on the 18th of January. But then we did it again today, which is August 1st, which is thus allowing us to have a
new beginning.
And guess what? Yeah. You got a proclamation signed.
Yes.
You got an award for your service that you're the work that you're doing in this community, Kansas City community, which is, by the way, great. Mm-hmm. And you're wearing that sash. So
and Independence community too.
Right. So now I was going to let you go ahead and share about this new beginning, because it is a new beginning in this community. Mm-hmm. But you and I had a conversation maybe a couple of days ago. I will throw that in there, but all of those are new beginnings.
Yes.
All of those, and guess what? We're all doing it. But I want to hear about your new beginning. Mm-hmm. So please share with us this sash that you have on today.
The sash, yes. This is from the Independence Chamber of Commerce. They were our guests there at DNA Community Center.
Address?
We are at 17902 North Whitney in Independence, Missouri. Mm-hmm. So again, this is our newest adventure. Mm-hmm. In terms of business ventures. So our community will do events there, such as weddings, funerals, anniversary parties, birthday parties, graduation parties, small classroom sizes for training, office space if needed. Whatever your wish list is that you want to do, it's there. We can house that. We have an indoor big facility that can house 350 people. And then we also have smaller venues for that. So we're excited to partner in with, Independence and the neighbor and surrounding neighbors of Independence, Fort Osage, Sugar Creek, all of those areas.
Because we are in the couched in those areas.
Yeah, so we're right there in the middle, to say. So it was an exciting time. We had the chamber president come out and the assistant president that's in her new role, and just the members of the chamber. It was just a wonderful event.
City council. Mm-hmm. School district.
School district was there. And so, they made it a special occasion for DNA Community Center.
So congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That's all in order. Yes. I think it's so appropriate and deserving
to
the work that you're doing. So we're talking about new beginnings. And this is important, I think, particularly in the work. The work continues, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So the work of what we're doing, serving the community. And I just want to say, there are not enough hands, right, to do the work. No. And so, you're doing this wonderful work, by the way. Let me say that. So I'm very proud of you and the work that you're doing. Great work, or the work that we're doing collectively. It's just wonderful.
Yeah.
But so let's
going back in the backpack giveaway tomorrow.
Yes, I was just gonna say
we have a back to school event tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's at 11 o'clock for the ones that are on Facebook and in the community here. You can come and visit us. We will be there from 11 to 3 tomorrow. So we're giving out backpacks and having the
free haircuts,
bouncy
houses, prizes.
Yes.
All those things are going on. So the work continues.
Yes, the work continues.
And this is all highlighting, of course, the DNA Center. You get a chance, if you haven't seen the facility, it give you a chance to take a tour. For sure. It's really a wonderful place and a wonderful space where good things are already taking place. So we're excited about that. So it's a mouthful when you think about it. And when you think about new beginnings, it can be both exciting because of the anticipation of what's going to happen, but also it can be a little bit edgy because you're not sure of what's going to happen as a result of that. Let's talk about these new beginnings. Okay, what can you give to our audience when let's talk about plans. Let's talk about the healthcare portion of that. Okay. New clients, when you come in dealing with new workers, new health plans, what can you tell your new clients who are dealing with that possibility of having a new medical care team? And then what can we say to the workers who are taking on the new tasks? What information have you been sharing in trainings?
You know, that's interesting that you asked this. Again, recently we've had some younger clients, you know, in the children age. And so it's a different arena in terms of services because these individuals, they miss their families, they miss their parents, and they want to go home, you know, and that's what I've heard just this week, just from the kids that we service. And so my heart goes out to them. And so our encouragement to them is just to be the best them, you know. I don't know what their outcome may be. They may be able to go back home, maybe then, I don't know. But I give them that encouragement. They can be a better person and maybe one day go into their own lifestyle and have their own kids and their own family. And so I try to give as much encouragement to those individuals and to let them know we're there for them, you know, because it is hard. It's hard on both parts because, again, you have the kids and they're torn from their families, and then you have total strangers trying to take care of you, don't know you from Adam, and so you have to develop trust, you know, and so that's a big thing. And when you said that, it's pretty interesting because I had a meeting with the employees yesterday, so that was a big set of new people, almost like 10 or 11 new people, and so that was my first time meeting them. So we're thankful that we have staff that's willing to come on board and to service these individuals. And so it was a blessing. And so just trying to establish unity and, you know, just expectations and how to navigate their lives and their self-regulations versus client de-escalation. So it was an interesting meeting. So all the way around, I think a lot of new beginnings, really, when I stopped to pay attention on everything, because it's new for everyone, and I have to learn the new employees, and the new employees have to learn me, and they have to learn the clients. So we have some work that we're working towards.
It's exciting.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, and you know, being able to see just the whole lifespan for me is just fun. I absolutely enjoy the intergenerational exchange. I think there's something so powerful that happens with the exchange. For sure. So even though it is new, I hope I have a lot of optimism that things are going to go extremely well. Yeah, because I know that the training is. I know what your expectations are in terms of what you set for those individuals around you, and you know, you rise, right? You rise. You put the expectations there, and the individual is going to come and meet them, and then they rise. And so, I want you to think about I love the fact that you addressed the clients. Thank you so much about that fear and the feelings of sadness and longing for home. Let's talk about the same feelings of angst that maybe the new employees might have with the new clientele. So maybe if they're accustomed to, say, working with the older generation as opposed to the younger, what that feeling might be. Did you address that?
You know, I addressed pretty much the clients as a whole. We did single out the children because, again, these children, they're fragile. Not to say the adults are not, but they're so fragile because they've been through trauma, and then they don't have, per se, family right there, by their side. And so it's a little bit different dealing with the kids versus the adults. So again, a lot of the employees, they hadn't worked with kids. And so having to change that mindset, these are not their children. They're children, but they're not their children. So we have to handle them with a different spin in terms of, even though they're clients, they're still not your children. So we have to treat them as their clients. And so it's a hard shift, especially when you're looking at, oh, these are kids. You can tell them, go sit down. But no, you cannot tell them, go sit down, because it's a different
trauma-informed care is a form of training that has taken off in a number of spaces and places, healthcare, in the industry, with hospitals, schools, even churches or religious communities, and also in the police departments, so service industries, fire departments that are serving. The more we understand about how trauma impacts young people, families, and we can provide that training, the better off we are to help handle those crisis situations. So it's really important, that training, and just being mindful. So I like the fact that you said, while they are our children, in the sense that collective in the community, we recognize we're helping and providing a service, they are clients, and there is a training that goes along with that, and there is a way that we deal with them when we talk to them. So I love what you said. Absolutely right. How long do you expect when you're talking about new beginnings, how long do you think it takes for you to slide into these new roles? So when you're new plans, new medical plans, new clients, new employees, and also you have now, once again, a new set of individuals. How long does that marriage take to kind of settle in before you feel can I use the word comfort? So we start getting, I don't know if it's comfortable, but we get a sense of normalcy and kind of fall into a routine.
And probably some understanding too. So again, I think it takes probably 3 months, from the adults that we've had. Again, the children, we've had the children for a little while, like we had the first two. And for some reason, we thought we had that handled, but the 3 months came and 3 months went, and we weren't even still stabilized, I would say, in terms of, we know this person's quirks and what they're going to say to get their way, manipulation and things like that. And because they also have a honeymoon period. So when they come to us, they are sweet as pie. Yeah. And so eventually you'll see their true colors come out, because of course it's new to them, and hey, I'm in a new environment, I like it. And then eventually, just like anyone else, you get to a point you don't like your staff, they didn't get you what you wanted, they complain about this, complain about that. And so it is definitely a spin, trying to learn these individuals. And again, you're not going to know everything about them, because we as human beings, we change, we evolve. Things happen in our life, we evolve. Quick change. So again, it's just a time period.
I love what you said. You mentioned building trust. That building trust, that takes a little bit of time. Yeah. Also, even with your best planning, there is a honeymoon period, and when that period comes in, where both staff and clients are trying to find their way. Once they do that, and they're gelling together and start to kind of learn each other's personalities, likes, dislikes, then that's when you start to kind of get to see, once you get a little comfortable, because when you're safe, then you begin to display more of your truer feelings. And so we'll see more of how they're able to, am I going to take this medication and be med compliant? Am I going to comply with the requests and orders of the physicians? Am I going to comply with the orders and requests of those caregivers, the ones who are providing care for me? So you're absolutely right. I mean, the training is critical, understanding that there is a window, there's a time frame, and it's an ebb and flow to it. So I love what you said about that. But overall, are you excited about where you are with these new beginnings?
I am, because it's always a challenge for me. It's never a dull moment. It gets exciting every day. You never know what you're going to get. So it's kind of it's like a box of chocolate, Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get. So every day is a new challenge. And I usually embrace the challenge, because you cannot run away from the challenge. especially when you are in this type of field. You have to be open-minded. You have to receive whatever comes at you. So it's exciting, you know. It's a passion and it's a mission. So
I'd like for you to talk a little bit about where you are geographically in the city, and this is important. This is, I think, it's important for those who are, when you live in certain communities within the city. For some people, that is important. Like if I live in Independence, or if I'm on the county of Oak Grove, or if I'm living in Blue Springs and where I live, if I'm north or south, if I'm living in Kansas City or Grandview or Joplin or you know, Independence, South Kansas City. What would you say as you're working, because you work in all of these communities?
I'm in everywhere.
And you are moving in and out of these communities geographically. What do you know to be true about human beings and what you've seen throughout this greater Kansas City area? What can you share to help us? Because when you're talking about new beginnings, understanding where a person's their background and where they're from, how are you able to handle that and allow everyone to feel comfortable? Because urban is not suburban, suburban is not rural, but then again, maybe they are children, but they're not children. You know what I mean? Like, so how do you help these individuals navigate geographically throughout this city and still feel okay with where you are?
That's a good question.
You do that every day.
Because it's just a commonality. We just do it, you know. Like the home that we have, the fourplex, we have everyone in the same home. And so we've never had everyone in the same space before. So that's a new beginning also. Learning that individuals do need their space, because some of these individuals, they think they need to be with each other 24/7. So we have to set boundaries. Even this week, I had to sit down with them and set boundaries. It's a time and a place for when we need to go to bed, when we need to get up, when we need to go to our neighbor's house. You just don't knock on the door next door because you're right 2 steps over. So we had to set boundaries. So that was new. So he said, talking about being new, and hopefully that will conform shortly, because after a while, you know, the employees are even complaining about it. So hopefully that will be a change there. But as far as geographically, because we have clients in South Kansas City, I don't think it really makes a difference, because these individuals, they're just living there anyways. They don't know pretty much where they are. In terms of now the schooling, if you're throwing that aspect of it, it seems like it depends where you live in terms of special needs to get these children connected. That's a challenge, it seems like, right now. And so, and this
we're seeing rural children.
Yeah.
We are seeing children who are coming from, I should say, coming from rural backgrounds, but are still having the same concerns that you would see whether or not they're in urban environments, suburban environments. So I agree with you in terms of, like, I hear what you're saying, that they're children and these are the needs, and these are the needs that are impacting all of our surrounding communities, right?
Doesn't matter where you're coming from.
So I just wanted to make sure I put that in there in case that's a disclaimer. Race, gender, age doesn't matter. We're starting to see our population. You typically have more male clients than females, right? I think that's important. Is there a reason why?
You know, it's very, very strange. I'm not sure if just, you know, that's a good question. I don't know. Because even when you go into the portal, you see more male clients
there are more clients than females.
It's really interesting.
So it's something to think about as we move through with caregiving. I'm going to give us three. You know, I know our time today is really tight because we have an event tomorrow. We're getting ready for a number of things. So I'm excited again for you. Congratulations once again on your service award to the community and all the work that you're doing, because it's exciting. Although what our community and audience needs to know is you've been at this for 2 decades.
Yes.
You have put your, Courageous Home Care is cemented in this community. You have been making noise quietly. Okay? Making a lot of noise very quietly. And that's an oxymoron, but you really have, meaning you've been consistently working in this community. You are cemented and you are committed, which is really, really good to see the avenues that are opening up and how doors are opening for you as you move through this community. So kudos to you for that and what you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing in the vision.
Yes.
Can you leave us with, because we've touched a lot. Hopefully tomorrow you'll come out and see us on the
Yes.
grounds. Bring
Yes.
children if you
Yeah.
have them, come on out and see us and see
Yeah.
the facility,
Yeah.
see the school, see all of the work, because you've got the whole lifespan from
Yes.
3 to, as you said today, 100. Like
You
that's
live to 100,
remarkable.
yeah.
That really is remarkable. What are 3 things that clients, employees, even your team, your whole team can focus on? If you had to say, these are the top 3 things as we move forward, this is what we're going to focus on as we begin to deal with change. What would you say those top 3 things are to help you navigate change? And remember, it can be positive, right? But still challenging.
Yes.
Not necessarily
Yes.
it's all change is not a bad thing. It's
Right.
good. This is all goodness in the community, what you're
Right.
doing.
Right.
So what are the top 3 things you're focusing on right now?
Attitude is one.
Attitude.
You know, and again, that's what I poured into my staff yesterday. You have to walk in with a good attitude. You know, you can't have negativity or you having a bad day, and it's going to channel down to your clients, no matter what. No matter what. So check yourself at the door, for real.
I love that. I love that.
Consistency, you know, and that's what we're trying to establish, especially with our new people. Let the staff all be on one accord. Making sure if we set boundaries, keep the boundaries. Don't give in just because you want to have a good day at work, you know. And then also, we really drove into respect, because we have to respect one another, even we have different backgrounds, different you know, education, I'll first say. Again, we have to make sure we hear the other person out. And we talked about active listening and reflective listening yesterday. And we even did role playing. And so, and prayerfully, those 3 things will, you know, penetrate deep and make sure we all like receive it and practice it, because you can hear things, and if you don't practice it, what's the use of hearing it? It goes null and void. So, and so those are 3 things we'll focus on and continue to drive in. Again, it's not a one and done. Like I told them yesterday, it's not, oh, I got it today. That's all I need. It's a practice every day. Every day is putting one foot step forward, and then take the other foot, put it again, step forward. And so if you mess up, get back up, get back in line, and get it done. And so a lot of encouragement to staff, especially if they have the heartbeat to help and serve others, because we are in a servitude role, you know, and there's nothing about it. It is either you serve or you don't serve. Get off, you know. And so prayerfully, that will be the drive for the next
Thank you
few
so
months.
much for taking time with us today. I think we're going to travel with you on this whole thing of attitude, okay, consistency, and respect. Attitude, consistency, and respect. Those 3 things to help kind of set the tone as we move through on these new beginnings in August. Thank you so much, Musudeen, for taking the time with us today. Courageous Home Care, active in the community, doing in-home care, residential placement care, adult day programming care, school care, community service events with DNA Center with that opening, Courageous Academy. All of those, all under the umbrella of Courageous Home Care. Thank you so much. This is a visionary right here, Musudeen Harold. Thank you so much. God bless you and all that you do, all your endeavors. We are a part of the team. How can we get a hold of you? How can we, those people who are in the community wanting services for your elderly loved one, your child, your teenager, you doing, I mean, you need help? Well, give them information on how they can contact you.
Yes, we are in Lee Summit, 300 Southwest Noel, and our phone number is 816-699-2352. We do have a Facebook page, so you can go to our Facebook, Courageous Home Care, and then we also have a YouTube channel. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Like us on Facebook. Thank you so much for listening.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Appreciate you and all your new beginnings. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Appreciate that. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the backpack drive. Come on over. See us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.